this is something that I would recommend if you're looking to connect, because if we make it like homework, we're not going to do it. You know, we make it natural and organic and create discussions with our families, then, it becomes fun, it becomes intriguing, right? So for me, I think that that's the best way to connect with your roots, is just be curious.
Thank you for that. That is important.
Mhm.
Now, let's look at it also more realistically in terms of what we can benefit from it as a people. You have two businesses,
Mhm.
and business in the 21st century is nothing more than service. You render a service to the people. That is how they are going to pay you. By connecting among ourselves, like I said before, I alluded to, we are hundreds of millions of people. Okay, that is data, but that is also real. These people are really here. So, what do we need to benefit as Africans in the diaspora, being able to connect among ourselves? In Brazil, there is nowhere you don't find people of African descent. But can we find something that sort of unite us together so that when we do businesses, we connect ourselves, we put ourselves first before any other people?
Mhm.
Because I'm not like trying to sound sadics to somebody now. Because come to think of it, that is what the Europeans do too. The French put themselves first. The
Mhm.
Russians put themselves first. It doesn't mean that you are going there to be fighting other people, but you remember there is an interest that is common to you,
Mhm.
that this is what you have to do for you to survive.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, by connecting among these hundreds of millions of people of African descent, what do we have to benefit, even from the point of view of
Mhm. Absolutely. Pan-Africanism is the answer to that. Pan-Africanism is a philosophy that says that we are all from the same nation. It's kind of like being from the same country, even though we're not. We're from of the same family. So I would say national Pan-Africanism and kinship is the answer to that. If we're brothers and sisters, then you're more inclined to reconnect with a brother or sister, a family member, than a stranger, outside of that circle, right? So if you put family first, this is something that I teach my own children, is family first, right? So that means that whatever sacrifice you're going to make is for your family. Whatever investment you're going to make is for your family. And business is an investment. So therefore, if I put my family first, then the first place that I need to invest is in a Black owned business. So seek out, make that sacrifice. If I have to drive maybe, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a little bit longer to get what I need from a Black owned business, then that's a sacrifice that I make for my family in order for my family to advance and to grow, right? So I would say that's one, definitely. The other thing I would recommend is understanding that Pan Africanism is something that helps us with our identity, right? So I guess you would be more inclined to learn about your family members, right? So I think for me, um, if there's a little bit of disconnect with people that you don't know. So if you make it a point to get to know the other people who are in your family, then there's more of a connection, right? So if you have your brothers and sisters in Brazil, if you have brothers and sisters in Mexico, there's a lot of Mexicans now who are finally claiming their African heritage, which is beautiful to see. Get to know who, what, how many times people have asked me, because I've lived in different parts of Canada. There's a province of Saskatchewan. I used to live there before I came to this particular province. And people would ask me, there's Black people there? And I would say, yes, there's a lot of Black people. There's Nigerians, there's Ghanaians, there's Trinidadians, there's Jamaicans, there's tons of Black people in Saskatchewan. In my own country of Canada, people don't realize that they're brothers and sisters in the next province, right? So get to know where your people are. Get to know, like, there's Black people who in Germany who speak German. There's Black people, like, get to know your brothers and sisters, right? That's what Pan-Africanism means, that you are united globally, across the globe, right? Um, and so that means that if I'm going to invest in my family, if I have family in Germany and I want to invest in a business in Germany, I can invest in a business in Italy, right? Because that's where my family is, right? I have family in Jamaica that if they are running a business, we can invest there. That means that we're not divided, we're connected.